How surreal was it for you to put back on a uniform?
It was, the uniform has a smell to it and a feel to it. And so, yeah, it was, I could definitely, it was a transformation back to, you know how like you hear a song and you remember?
Right,
like,
exactly, instantly.
Instantly,
right.
you're like right back in high school or whatever. I put that back on, I was like, oh, all of a sudden I felt like I was right back there, so.
What's up, man? Hometown dude, man. I just want to say congratulations, man.
Thanks.
When do you sleep, though? Man, you got the Dos Equis commercial. You're in every other movie.
Yeah.
You're doing it, man. It's crazy.
I'm not getting much sleep these days.
I was going to say.
But it's okay. It's
Is that
all
going
right.
to stop you from coming back home more often?
No. I got back for the Chiefs-Bills game, which stunk. But I want to make make it back. I'm planning on going to the Super Bowl. So I'm planning on the Chiefs being there.
Right, especially since it's right up the street.
That's right.
Yeah, we should make that happen.
I get home for basketball games, Jayhawk stuff, and I get home as much as I can.
No, but keep working, man. This movie's got to be double cool for you. Because you're an ex-military guy, and this role is like, I love you in this role.
Oh, good.
It's good, man.
Thanks. It's a straight role for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's showing that you have that brain. Because a lot of times when you do like a lot of comedies, people don't realize, yo, I got skills. I can act. like I do this professionally.
That's right.
So it really shouldn't be a surprise for people, right?
Well, I hope not. I have studied acting. I do act. It's not just comedic acting. I can do other things. A lot of times, though, when you are a comedic actor and comedy's your thing, that's what you get offered, and that's how you make your living.
Right.
And I'm fine with that because I love comedy. But I can do other things. I just haven't had the opportunities. And finally, I'm starting to get some opportunities to do some other things. 12 Strong is a great straight role. I have another movie coming out in March called Midnight Sun, which is a dramatic movie.
Okay.
So there's going to be more in 2018. You're going to see more dramatic and straight work from me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. But how surreal was it for you to put back on a uniform?
It was, the uniform has a smell to it and a feel to it. And so, yeah, it was... it was a transformation back to, you know how like you hear a song and you remember?
Right,
like,
exactly, instantly.
Instantly, you're like right back in high school or whatever. I put that back on, I was like, oh, all of a sudden I felt like I was right back there, so.
How did the guys respond to you? I mean, knowing that you were actually in the military and you guys are recreating this, like, event that took place back in the day.
Yeah, they were great. They're professionals, so they care and they do listen and they want to know. They want to know everything they can because every bit of information and thought and tonality and mindset and anything that they can get their hands on that you want as an actor because it just feeds your performance and what you can bring to the character. So they were always listening. They always wanted to hear anecdotes and stories and anything you had. So they were really open to it.
That's very cool. Do you remember where you were when 9/11 happened?
I was in New York.
So you were actually in New York.
I was in New York. 9/11 happened. I left active duty in 2000, but I was in the reserve. So my reserve unit was the only reserve unit in Manhattan. I was activated the night of September 11th, and I reported to Ground Zero on September 12th, and I worked on the bucket brigades moving rubble off the rubble piles of Ground Zero from September 12th to September 30th. I was a captain at the time. I had a pretty high security clearance for my job, which was unusual, and I knew they were going to need people, so I volunteered to go back on active duty. November 10th, I remember because it's the Marine Corps birthday, I got my orders calling me back to active duty for a year, reporting to Central Command down in Tampa, which Central Command's in charge of that region of the world. I reported on November 17th and November 30th, I was on my way to Afghanistan. And that's when I joined up with this unit, 3rd Battalion, 5th Special Forces Group. I reported directly to my commanding officer, who was Lieutenant Colonel Max Bowers, and I worked directly for him on his command element, doing civil affairs and public affairs work. And now I play Lieutenant Colonel Max Bowers in the movie. So it's a small world.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Keep doing it,
All
man.
right.